Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking the time to watch this pre-recorded session. Today, we'll discuss the upcoming work session on budget forecasting and the collective bargaining proposal. I'll explain what information we need, why it's important, and how you will contribute to the process. Purpose of the work session. The purpose of this work session is to ensure that we have a comprehensive and accurate foundation for our financial planning. First, we need to gather both historical and up-to-date information from all departments to effectively forecast revenues and expenditures. Second, we will clarify the major published areas so administrators can identify their needs for the next school year. Third, we want to identify an internal climate issue, such as low morale, that could impact planning or staffing decisions. Finally, administrators will be asked to bring forward any bargaining points that should be included in district's collective bargaining proposal. By addressing these core areas, we can ensure the financial plan is thorough, realistic, and aligned with district goals. Importance of accurate historical and correct data. Accurate historical data forms the backbone of effective planning by thoroughly examining past budgets, expenditures, and spending trends. We gain insight into recurring patterns, potential anomalies, and areas where resources were over or underutilized. This analysis allows us to make informed predictions about future revenue and expenses, identify strategies that worked well in the past, and avoid repeating mistakes. Ultimately, this careful review ensures that the district can work effectively and allocate resources strategically for the next school year, supporting both operational needs and educational priorities. The importance of up-to-date data. Alongside historical data, current and real-time information is crucial. This includes any changes in staffing, programs, or resources, as well as external factors like enrollment trends, demographic shifts, policy updates, or market conditions. By integrating these fresh inputs with historical patterns, organization leaders and financial planners can ensure that their budget forecast and resource allocation reflect not only what has happened, but also what is happening and what is likely to change. Having both historical and current data ensures our budget forecasts are comprehensive and realistic, improving our ability to anticipate the emerging needs, adjust for unexpected fluctuations, allocate resources to a timely way, and steer the direction towards strategic rather than purely reactive decisions. According to the government finance officer association, as a financial forecast is a critical control tool that presents estimated information based on past, current, and projected financial conditions, and that their current data and monitoring underlying assumptions is central to some forecast. Create the big picture. Using accurate and complete data allows us to see the big picture. When we integrate multiple data sources, historical financials, current operational metrics, enrollment trends, capital levels, program investments, and external economic or policy indicators, we can identify overarching patterns, gaps, or mismatches in resources and needs, and visualize the overall financial health over time. This broad vantage point enables administrators and financial leaders to make strategic decisions, such as reallocating resources, adjusting program investments, and proactively designing bargaining or staffing plans, rather than simply reacting to budget shortfall or unexpected expenditures. In short, being a big picture transforms budgeting from a practical exercise into a strategic tool that support long-term stability and maintenance aligned decision making. Major budget across the focus on administrators should focus on three budget areas: personnel costs, instructional resources, facilities, technology, and professional development. Personnel costs, including salaries and benefits, often make up the largest portion of the budget, so careful planning is essential. Instructional resources must align with curriculum goals. By facilities and technology require ongoing investment to support safe, effective learning. Professional development ensures staff skills remain current and ready for new skills. Focusing on these areas helps align spending with district priorities. Internal climate consideration. It's important to assess the internal climate of factors like low morale, high turnover, or staffing concerns and significantly affect both employee performance and budget planning. By identifying these issues early, administrators can incorporate strategies into the budget for benefit, such as allocating resources for professional development, staff recognition, or support programs. Including these considerations, collective bargaining discussions ensure that the district proactively support the positive, productive work environment, ultimately benefiting both staff and students. Bargaining points. Administrators should bring forth any bargaining points that need to be included in the district proposal. Doing so ensures that staff concerns such as workload, benefits, or professional support are acknowledged and addressed. This proactive approach also helps align bargaining process with the district's overall financial planning and strategic goals, allowing for decisions that are both fair and sustainable. By coordinating bargaining priorities with budget conservation, district can maintain transparency, support staff well-being, and ensure that financial resources are allocated effectively. Action steps. To ensure the district's budget forecasting and collective bargaining proposal are comprehensive and effective, administrators should follow these action steps. First, gather accurate historical and current data from all departments, covering staffing, programs, resources, and external factors. Next, identify key budget priorities as well as any internal climate concerns, such as low morale or staffing challenges. Administrators should also submit an bargaining points that need to be included in the proposal, using provided template and format. Meeting the submission deadline allows time for review and integration in the overall financial plan. Finally, participation in the schedules have been work session so that all administrators can discuss timing, align priorities, and support strategic decision making. Following these steps ensure a collaborative, informed, and forward-looking budget process. How to submit. Here's how to submit your data. Please gather all the necessary information from your departments and ensure it is complete and accurate. Use the provided template to maintain consistency across the program. Once all input is received, we will review the information and schedule the chaplain's work session to discuss findings and finalize the financial plan. Time submissions help ensure a smooth and organized budgeting process for the district. Timeline overview. This table outlines the 5 key steps for administrators to follow over the period. First, gather historical data from all departments to understand previous expenditures and trends. Simultaneously, collect current data, include staffing programs and resources to ensure forecast reflect the present reality. Next, identify key budget priorities and note any internal climate issues, such as low morale or staffing concern that may impact planning. By the end of week 2, submit all bargaining points and budget information using the provided template to maintain consistency and ease of review. Finally, after all submissions are received, district will review data and schedule a chat-based work session to discuss findings and align priorities. Following these steps ensures a structured, collaborative, and timely budget planning process. Conclusion and next steps. In conclusion, accurate and timely data is the foundation for effective budget forecasting and financial planning. Administrators should focus on key budget areas, assess internal current factors, and submit all required information using the provided template by the deadline. Participation in the upcoming chat-based work session will allow us to review findings, align priorities, and explore district's financial plan support to operational needs and strategic goals. By working together and following these steps, we can create a comprehensive, informed, and forward-looking budget that benefits both staff and students. Thank you for your cooperation. Remember, accurate user is a key to effective budgeting and a strong collective bargaining proposal. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. We appreciate the support in this important program.